Hey everybody, welcome, and welcome to J.G. Thank you very much for joining us at Cryptic Studios today.
I'm stunned by Cryptic Studios. It's the most fun place to work I've ever seen, I've ever walked through. I said, there's just fun stuff everywhere. You know, everybody's working hard.
Yeah. Nose to the grindstone on making Star Trek a real thing, which is the craziest job I've ever seen in my life.
I know. Isn't that something? We spend our lives working totally on fictional bizarrities, and by the time we're done, it's all become reality.
Yeah.
You know, reality catches up with. But you guys lead the way, and you're stunning.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I'll pass that on to the team. So you got to step back into Martok's shoes today after 18 years. What was that like?
Was it 18 years?
Yeah.
It's been long since I did the show. But, you know, I do conventions, still climbing into that costume.
Is it, because I know a lot of getting into characters that have a lot of costuming and makeup, like Martok, is getting that makeup and that costume on and having that feel. Is it different when you're stepping into a recording booth and you don't have the costume and the makeup and all that to put you into him?
It all comes rushing back. Like Firesign Theater, like the hot kiss at the end of a wet fist. Putting the Klingon costume on, because of the uniform, because of the shoulder pads that look huge, the look of it, I felt like I was putting on a football uniform. So I feel like I've been doing a Klingon since sophomore year in high school.
Lots of training.
Yeah. And they are like a race. I've said this before. They are like a race of linebackers, the Klingons.
Yeah. Speaking of all the Klingons you were playing on Voyager and Enterprise, I looked this up and thought it was really cool. You're one of only 5 people in history to have played 7 or more characters on Star Trek.
Oh, they're all liars. They haven't played nearly as many characters as I have. I have done so many characters in the Star Trek franchise.
So what's that like to have that kind of legacy?
That and $2.75 will get me a cup of coffee at Starbucks. No, I don't think actors really ever think about legacy. All we think about is getting the next job. This job was a wonderful job because it was only a 2-show gig in the first place. And there was something, they liked the idea that if Martok were able to stay somehow, and they had to go a complete convolution to be able to get me back on the show because they saw my character obliterated into plasma. I came back as the real Martok instead of the founder. I got to play the role for 4 years. The writers were so good. They began writing a little bit toward me, John, as along with Martok. So it became really part of me. It's very rare in an actor's life that a part that you get is made to be and gets to be so close to who you are as a human being that you're acting as yourself almost at all times. And it happens because of the coverage, because of the makeup and the uniform, and the persona that has become part of you. There's no question about what you're saying is the truth. This is what I really feel. I need to run my batlet through your midsection, and I'm sorry, but I have to do that because it is the honorable thing to do. You know, and I say, of course I do. All right, there's the batlet here.
Thank you so much for doing it. It's been great. And we will see you very soon in Brushfire and Star Trek Online.